All right, friends, welcome to the Purpose to Profit Academy, the expert speaker series. And today I am so excited to introduce you to John Weberg. John is a founder of world's #1 community and training for entrepreneurs, Profit, and that's called Profitalize. I
Yes.
love that. Welcome, John.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to share as much extremely valuable gold nuggets with everyone as I can.
Amazing. It's great to have you. Now, I'm excited to dive in and discuss new marketing strategies
Yes.
to 8.4x your profit, right? Let's talk about the new, what they are and what's
Mhm.
new about them, right? And what about, specifically 8.4x, not 10, not 5. I'd love
Right.
to hear that.
The 8.4x comes from my own case study of checking out and taking a look at from the businesses I've created, I've launched, I've consulted for, you name it, what the average ROI was. And the average ROI is around 8.4 times. It actually might be higher because I have not updated the numbers in I think a few years now. I did a little study back a few years ago, and I noticed that from my businesses, again, whether they were my own or ones I worked with, they were always performing exceptionally high with profit margins. Our profit margins were always extremely high. And from that, I went, well, what's causing this to happen? What's making sure that we are always achieving more profit? And by achieving more profit, you can scale faster, hire better talent, do everything you want in your business. And that's where kind of what we're going to walk through today comes from is the 3 or 4 main strategies we implemented to see much higher lead to sale conversion rates, much higher customer retention, and overall just a much more profitable business, which is great for the bank account and great for traveling, great for growing the business.
Yeah, amazing. I love that. So let's talk about the new strategies, the marketing strategies. What are they about?
So the first one is all concerned with follow-up
Oh,
because over the years of consulting and working with people, we found that while most people and most businesses do follow up, the extent, the variety, and the types of follow up they're doing is very minimal. And it's why they have such low conversion rates because often people and businesses assume that their business isn't growing because they're not getting enough leads. And that is sometimes the case. But actually, the majority of the time, we found that it's because follow up, as most people may or may not know, is follow up's responsible for 97 to 98% of all converting of your leads to sales. When you first
incredible.
run right. So when you first do any form of lead generation, whether it's outbound lead gen or inbound lead gen or paid advertising or organic advertising, it does not matter. The vast majority will only convert after being followed up with, after you build a true relationship with them. So we distinguished and found out, and I actually put this in one of the books I wrote about this type of stuff, that there's 3 kinds of follow-up that you must do if you want to raise lead to sale conversion rates drastically. If you also just in general want to build a better brand,
Mhm.
um, nurture your audience better, and just generate more profit and results from your business, those 3 forms of follow-up are entertaining, enticing, and educating follow-up. Because what we've kind of lost as AI has emerged and all these other business models has emerged is we've lost human touch. So we realized what makes our follow-up convert so highly. It's because we truly relate to people and build like, know, and trust. But then we went, well, what builds like, know, and trust? Well, people love when you can entertain them, whether it's funny, entertaining, storytelling. They love when you can entice them with a good deal, a discount, you name it. And they love when you can educate them. Walkthroughs, guides, how to, you name it. So you combine these 3 elements in your follow-up, and you can also do it in your advertising. You can also do it in other forms of marketing. What you see across all of your digital marketing is you'll see higher conversion rates across the board. And proof of this is if you take a look at any company that follows up extensively with their list and take a look at what they send out to their email list or the email list you relate with the most. Most likely, they don't just have a newsletter, they send really good, exciting, fun deals, new features. They tell you the story of how the product was made. They give you testimony. They have a wide range of things they follow up with instead of just join now. The deal's going away in 5 minutes or 5 hours or 5 days. Oh, we have another discount. You have to be very creative. And if you follow entertaining, enticing, and educating follow-up, there will be much higher conversion rates across the board.
Absolutely. And I can relate to that. I remember when I was creative with my follow ups, not just like, hey, like the cart is closing. Oh, hey, like we're going
Right,
live. But then I thought, how can I add more like fun and creativity so people first open, they kind of relate to me, they connect to
right,
my energy. It's all like emotional, energetic connection. And then
right.
I also noticed that people would reply back saying, hey, yeah, thank you for the follow up.
Right, right. A quick example of this actually working in real time was in my affiliate marketing business. Something that we did was I was very creative in how I promoted these affiliate products. I would shoot videos of me in the shower, of course, with a chest out. I
That's
mean, literally, videos of me in the shower talking, videos of taking the phone out of the dryer for clothes, doing flips with the phone, you name it. But what it does is, even while it may seem unprofessional, quote unquote, is what you're dealing with in business is you're dealing with people. You're not dealing with customers, you're dealing with people and how you relate and build a real relationship with people, whether it's making them laugh, making them smile, you name it. That's what gets them to convert and go, I actually like this person, I trust them, I'm going to give them a shot. So that's the first thing. That's crucial. And then we can also walk through, I think the second one, most importantly as well, that's made a big difference in our business, more than probably even more than this, is not just using this in follow-up, but in what you send people to from follow-up, right?
Mhm,
So most businesses, almost everyone I've ever talked to, you have one sales page, right?
mhm,
Maybe two, but in most cases, you have one sales page that you send to your entire list. You send through your advertising, you name it. And that's great. You should have one sales page through your main funnel that you split test, you optimize, all these different great things you should be doing.
mhm,
The next step is realizing, just like with follow up, if I'm emailing out, maybe with a variety of follow up, if I'm emailing out this one sales page and it's the 20th email I've sent out, do you think that hitting this page for the 25th time is going to make a difference? In most cases, no. It's like if I told you, hey, I have a deal. And then I told you, hey, I have a deal. And I said that 25 times, it's going to get redundant, right?
yeah,
So what we do is we actually create, and we advise people do this. We create 5 to 8 different sales pages around each of these. Yes, around each of these very important aspects of relating to your customer. So
mhm,
of course you have your main one. This is what we advise everyone does. You have your main sales page that you split test. That's a part of your main funnel or sales process. From there, you could even do 3 to 5, but you need a variety. You create, let's just go with 3 to 5 around the main objections. One could be around the main objections your client is facing. That's the VSL on the page. That's any of the notes on the page, any of the content on this sales page that you send out to your email list or send out to any of your audience has to be just focused on this one metric. Because when you have a general sales page, you're reaching almost usually all of these different things: the story of the company, how the product was created, testimonials, etc. But you're not focusing on one of these aspects. And people in your audience, because people are different, relate to different things differently. So some people in your audience and on your email list may relate to that for sure. But some will only relate if you really, hone down on this one specific topic and really go through it with a whole video sales letter and a whole sales page. So one would be objections. Two would be a lot of strong social proof testimonials, all of that, all focused in one single page. Another one would be how and why you created the product and focusing on how much you care about your customers, how much you truly want to get them the results they're looking for, how much you want to help them solve their problems and really, really, really change their life in a really beneficial, valuable way. And then what you do is you focus on and think about, for your own audience, for what you're selling, what are 3 to 5 different sales pages that you could focus on? 3 to 5 perspectives of your audience. If you could solve or relate to them in one of these manners, do you think it would convert them higher? So again, objections is huge. Social proof testimonials is huge. Leading a lot with all of the amazing things they get in this deal. So all of the discounts, all of the bonuses, all of the rewards, incentives, all of that packed into one. You do that with, again, 3 to 5, maybe go crazy like we do, 8 different ways to relate with your audience. The improving of your conversion rates, the brand, notability and respect you get from your audience because they relate so much with you and so much with real personality that businesses are so afraid to show nowadays, even though it converts much higher than not showing your personality. We've seen across the board every time we've done this, not just for our own businesses, but for other businesses we've been an affiliate for and talked the company into, hey, we've created a sales page for you. Test it, see what it does. It's not your normal sales page. It's something that's human, that's real. It's all human marketing. The conversion rates, the sales they see just scales effortlessly.
I love human marketing. Yeah, that's a new term now. But absolutely. So let's say I'm during my launch process, right? And
Yes,
I create just one like main sales page, landing page, and I create, let's say, 4 additional ones. I love the
right.
testimonials, I love the objections, and I love inserting videos as well. So during my launch, I would first send them to my main page and then like follow up
Yes.
with additional. That's how it works.
Yes. So the first 3 to 7 emails, because you need to have more follow. Most people go,
Yeah.
oh, seven's my maximum campaign. You should have at least 21 in any launch. So the first initial 3 to 7 emails, you start with the main sales page
Hmm.
because as well, some people need repetition of seeing this same messaging before it finally clicks. And also repetition and different kinds of messaging from the follow-up still going to the same page. So 3 to 7, I would say probably, let's just go 3 to 5. I like 3 to 5 better.
Yeah.
3 to 5, you focus on that one main sales page and getting them to keep hitting it with different varieties of follow-up. Then you want to send people to, like I said, that every 3 to 5 days, again, every 3 to 5 days after this, send and focus the emails that are sending them to these different perspectives and sales pages. Have the emails highly customized towards them because that will convert higher too. It's same consistent messaging throughout. So they're not
Hmm.
surprised by seeing a different page.
Hmm.
You send out each of these 3 or 5 different sales pages every 3 to 5 days.
Hmm.
And what you'll see is usually when you send every 3 to 5 days a new sales page with new types and formatted copy around that sales page, you'll see a bump in conversions. You'll see a bump in conversions where most launches, usually it's a bunch of sales, a lot of customers, revenue coming in, and then maybe a little bit, and it'll start drastically dropping off. When you do this approach, it's going to be a lot of sales, a little drop, bunch of sales, little drop, bunch of sales, little drop, and it'll be a lot more consistent for any launch, for any campaign of any kind. So again, the real thumb is have 3 to 5 different sales pages with their own custom follow-up messaging that you send to your audience and differentiate around every 3 to 5 days after your initial main sales page and follow-up you send to them. Doing this, the conversions will, it's good. It's really good.
I believe you, and I can feel how effective this could be
Mhm.
because just sending during your launch period, sending one sales page to the same audience is just like, okay, I'm bored, next.
Right, right. And it's because too, again, I like the human marketing word because you have to realize you're working with actual people and people, like I said, have different ways to relate and different personalities within your audience. You have to find a way to relate to them. If you don't, they'll never buy from you, no matter how good your deal is. Like that, that's effective. Having a really effective, really good, solid offer,
Hmm.
meeting your target audience with a really good product. That's great. But you can get people who would normally not ever buy just because you build that much rapport and that much of a relationship with them.
Amazing. Fun. I can't wait to hear what's the third strategy is.
The third is really good as well, and it's something that I've only actually recently have really focused on because I never realized how to do it really well. And that is basically gamifying your customer experience.
Mhm.
What that means is you make it literally rewarding to be a customer with you. So most people, whether and whenever they onboard a customer for any product and service, you name it, they buy the product, they go into a back office, or most cases they don't even go into a back office. I highly suggest they do. And then they get access to the product and service. That's it. Maybe they're in some kind of group coaching. That's great, but that's normal. What you want to do is almost like video games. I've played video games my entire life. You want to make it actually incentivizingly rewarding to be a customer. So that means after someone becomes a customer, you want to put in place some kind of system. If it's automated, that helps a lot. But you can put even a manual or automated system that as your customer accomplishes things you want them to accomplish with your product, they get physical or educational or some kind of reward that they really desperately want. So, for example, let's say that you sell some kind of course. You could make sure or make it so that when someone completes your course or completes a certain percentage, they get 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 consulting calls with you one-on-one completely for free. Then, if they hit a certain benchmark in profits, for example, you send them free merch. You send them a free physical uh, award or plaque thanking them. And you can get so creative with this. And what you want to do is have a system, almost like a leveling up system. On as they accomplish different things, you have higher levels of work needed to be done that accomplishes something you want them to do to
Mhm.
move them forward in being a customer with you. So then they're actually rewarded not just for taking the action, but also for accomplishing another result you want them to take to further become a deeper, loyal, long-term customer. So what I've done, for example, in one of my businesses I'm launching very soon, is I made it so just introducing yourself to our group of everyone who's a customer, you get 2 books completely free that I've written. That's a pretty good incentive for just introducing yourself. And then it makes it fun and enjoyable. And again, you're building a customer experience. What that actually means is a real actual experience where they feel incentivized, loved, and rewarded for working with you versus anyone else. So it goes from 2 free books to free merch to 2 event tickets, which are the VIP, like multi-thousand-dollar tickets,
Yeah.
to 5 sessions of consulting, to then they unlock like a very elusive, highly sought after, the best marketing, sales, education, business training there is that we've ever created. They get that completely free just for finishing and completing everything. So that's what I advise people do. Again, whether you're selling physical products, you could have a reward system based upon how many orders they do per month or the total number of orders. You know, if they order 10 times, they get to a certain discount they get. Now they get a certain discount when they buy more product permanently, plus they get merch, you name it. And what that does is by having a gamified system for rewarding and gamifying your customer experience, is you build true customer experience and customer happiness. And by doing that, you acquire the number one metric that defines all business growth. It's the number one metric that if you have this, your business will grow faster and more effectively than anything else there is, and that is customer retention. And if you build these loyal customers, and what all of this does, everything I've been going through, is it helps you acquire and retain customers longer. And if you can acquire them more affordably, acquire them faster and longer, that is the absolute 3 keys to scaling your business much faster than you have ever imagined possible. Real quickly, I have another example of this, is I just did the math on if, let's just say, throwing numbers out there, you made $1,000 per customer per month, and it cost you around $500 to acquire each of these customers, which is a reasonable metric. That's a 2 times ROI, which it's more than possible to get an 8.4 times ROI and beyond that, which is what
Mhm.
all this does. If you can retain that customer 20% longer, which is very reasonable, and you can do that through a reward program, through gamification, through anything I just walked someone through, you make, I think it's another like 2 to 4 times profit, depending on how long you currently retain customers. So if
Mhm.
you could increase that customer retention to 50%, to 70%, to 200% longer, which is very doable. If you normally retain customers for 6 months, and now you can retain them for a year and a half, the amount of profit, which then can be used in acquiring more customers faster, that's not even including if you can acquire customers 20% cheaper as well, or 20% faster, 20% more conversions. All these things I've walked through, if you actually apply them, your business will acquire so much more customers, so much faster, with such higher profit margins. You will scale and be able to improve how much you're able to reward and work with and give to your customers, the talent you can have in your business, you name it. All of it comes together into being a 8.4 times plus ROI profit machine that scales your business effortlessly. And by applying these strategies, again, it's going to be a world of difference. Just do one. That's a big thing. Is we've gone through quite a few different things. if you want to see if this works, apply one, do the sales page one,
Yeah.
do the follow-up one. Just choose one and see what happens. I can guarantee the growth will be phenomenal.
I love that. This is brilliant, John. What you're sharing is like, gold. It is
Thank you.
gold. Seriously. And I loved what you said, when your customer feels loved, I
Yes.
think that was key because everybody loves to be loved. And those rewards are this how they feel it, right?
Right. It all comes down to true human marketing and feeling
Yeah.
of and that's why what I do and why I think a part of what all of this revolves around is human marketing and how can I actually build an actual relationship with my customers?
Hmm.
How can when they see my name and my face, they go, "Oh, I know this is going to be funny. This is going to be entertaining. It's going to be great. Or it's going to have some kind of freebie he's going to give me." They want to see a messaging. And when this happens, when you do this correctly, it makes your business more enjoyable to do. It makes being a business owner what being a business owner should be. And that's a rewarding experience where you get to help people and feel good about it and make some profit at the same time. And as you scale, you help more and more people faster. And it's a great experience versus just focusing on, I need to get more sales. I need to get more customers. I need more people to buy from you.
Oh,
I
that
mean,
almost never works if
and
you focus
that's
just on that.
right. And that's the mode most businesses are in. It's why they're marketing and they don't think of these creative things to do is because you're so stuck in, I need sales now. It's not, how can I make such a rewarding and an amazing offer? My audience is begging me for more because they absolutely love it.
Yeah.
That perspective and how you put that into your marketing, your sales, your business, how you communicate is so much different than it's a just that alone will make the world a difference, you know?
Absolutely. I absolutely relate to everything you said. Um Now I think this is so value packed. I will rewatch this for myself because this is like, oh, I love this and I love that and this
Right.
sense and yeah. So do you think so if you could just if people watching this and recording can have just one takeaway from everything that you've shared, what would that be?
I think I would go with a quote that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Oh, I love
And this is what I try to do, and I try to teach other people to do, and other businesses and entrepreneurs to do, is to resemble that throughout all of your marketing. And again, truly thinking about the customer experience, what you would want to experience. I got this experience when I used to order them, before I shave the old head here, what I did was I used to buy them a uppercut. Uppercut is a hair suave, to style your hair and make it look great, which I used like yours looks amazing. That's what I used to do. Anyways, when I got their first order I've ever gotten from them, one, of course, the customer to buy their product was very easy, very simple, very short, which is what you want. Two, when I got the product, I got a free can koozie. I got a nice little letter thanking me for being a customer, and I got another free product with it.
Mhm.
So thinking about this is people think that one, your customers aren't going to feel the extra effort. They do. And two, when you reward them without them even knowing it, or even when they do know it, it makes such a different feeling. And this feeling is what drives people to want to do more business with you, which of course I did. I kept buying until I shaved. I kept buying product and product and product from them again and again. So you want to think about ways to reward and incentivize and show you actually care before how good you are and what you do. How can I show I care for my customers so much they feel obligated to work with me because there's no other option that can even come close to the experience that you can bring them. And you
Absolutely.
do this through product, through good product and services, through how you follow up, through your sales process, through everything we've gone through. And if you can really focus on the feeling people have working with you and
Mhm.
how you can accentuate and grow that feeling, because that's what it is. That's what you're doing when someone buys a product and service. They're getting a feeling. That's what all business comes down to: people and feelings. And if you can master how you relate to people with your marketing and actually helping them, it's a win-win-win for everyone involved.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank
Now,
you.
how can people work with you? Are there also any free resources you can recommend to support entrepreneurs on their journey?
Yes, absolutely. Number one, they can grab my book for free. We'll make sure we include a link somewhere around here to grab it for
Underneath the
free.
video, there will be a
Yes,
link. Yes.
yes, it's completely free, no strings attached, just instant download to your computer. Because I know I'm not going to use it as a lead gen. You're going to actually get it for free, no strings attached, which I like. And then as well, if they want to learn everything I'm talking through much more in depth, like to the minute detail, like exactly what to do, how to do it for your business model. Here's how to do it. Here's the tools to use, you name it. And more about how to grow, optimize, and scale your business, then get a free trial to profitalize.com. And what you're going to experience in that community, in that training, and everything I've walked through, I could go on for hours and hours and hours about each of these individual topics. There's around 700 hours of training they can get access to. Start a free trial. If you like it, great. If you don't, use everything you can and apply it to your business anyways. I want to make sure people get an amazing experience and can learn what I'm teaching even more and customize it to their business. And other than that, I want to thank you for your time. And I thank the people watching this for their time. And I hope what you're learning from me and everyone else is going to be absolutely impactful and make sure you apply what you learn. That's the biggest mistake business owners don't do is they don't apply. They go to events, they go to masterminds, they listen to these and they go, oh, I should do some of this. No, choose 1 to 2 to 3 things, apply it and see the results. It will make a difference.
Absolutely. I love that, John. Thank you so much for your time today. I value what you've shared. I appreciate your time and knowledge and wisdom and your heart as well. I can
Thank you.
feel that human marketing connection. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank you as well. And everyone take care.
Thank you.